Imagine this. You've just given it your all in the ring, sweat pouring, adrenaline at max, and bam! You're handed a pink slip before you even hit the showers. WWE is the king of jaw-dropping drama inside the ropes.
Why is it you're more in love with Adam Copeland than me? Why did you throw away 6 good years? Why'd you flush that down the drain?
Today we're pulling back the curtain on the craziest stories of wrestlers who got axed right after their matches. Let's start with Buff Bagwell. Dude's WWE run was shorter than a TikTok trend. On July 2nd, 2001, Bagwell stepped into the ring with Booker T on Monday Night Raw in what should have been a marquee moment for the WCW-WWE merger. Spoiler, it wasn't. The match was a train wreck. Fans in Tacoma, Washington, a hardcore WWE crowd, weren't feeling it at all.
An invasion, if they get that opportunity, which they are, Vince McMahon has made that possible, they're going to make.
They booed, chanted, "This match sucks," and completely killed the vibe. WWE had gambled big, trying to fold WCW into their lineup, and this was their opening act. The match tanked. The criticism was brutal. Bagwell's problems weren't just about his flopped match. Behind the scenes, things were messier than a TLC match gone wrong. His reputation with management and fellow wrestlers was already on thin ice. For starters, there was a reported scuffle with Shane Helms right before his ill-fated match. Oh, and then there's the infamous mom call. Yeah, Bagwell's mother allegedly phoned the WWE office asking for her son to get some time off. Now, let's talk about Mr. Kennedy. AKA Ken Anderson. His exit in 2009 was another blink and you miss it WWE career nosedive. The drama started during his return match, a high-stakes 10-man tag on Raw featuring heavyweights like Randy Orton and John Cena. Everything was chill until Kennedy botched a belly-to-back suplex and dropped Orton awkwardly on his neck. Orton, who had a history of shoulder injuries, was not having it. He accused Kennedy of being reckless. Adding fuel to the fire, both Orton and Cena reportedly complained to WWE higher-ups about Kennedy's in-ring safety. For Vince McMahon, that was all he needed to hear. Days later, Kennedy was cut loose, and his WWE chapter was closed. This botched move became the centerpiece of Kennedy's departure. Over the years, he had earned a reputation among some of his peers, including John Cena, for being unsafe in the ring. Add that to the fact that Kennedy had just spent nearly a year recovering from an injury, and his return was supposed to be a big deal. Instead, he botched a suplex, angered Randy Orton, and reignited doubts about his in-ring skills. The writing was on the wall. Looking back, Kennedy himself has owned up to his mistakes. He's admitted that his attitude and slip-ups in the ring were major factors in his downfall. But don't call it a career killer just yet. Kennedy found redemption in TNA, where he flipped the script and became a 2-time world champion. Now onto the curious case of Eugene. In August 2009, Eugene made a brief WWE comeback after being re-signed just a month earlier. And when I say brief, I mean blink and you'll miss it. His return match on the August 10th episode of Raw was a contract on a pole showdown against The Miz, disguised as the Calgary Kid. Eugene lost, Miz got his spot back on the roster, and WWE handed Dinsmore his walking papers right after. So, what went wrong? For starters, Vince McMahon wasn't exactly thrilled with Eugene's physical condition when he showed up for the taping. WWE has always been about that larger-than-life presentation, and Eugene's appearance didn't meet the company's high standards. Despite the creative team pushing hard to bring him back, Vince wasn't impressed, and Dinsmore was released faster than you can say pole match. There were some whispers about potential drug test issues, but WWE never confirmed anything like that. All signs pointed to his fitness being the main reason for his dismissal. This marked the second time Eugene was let go by WWE following his initial release in 2007. While Dinsmore did return later in non-wrestling roles, his 2009 firing effectively closed the chapter on his time as an in-ring performer for the company. Brad Maddox, the former wrestler and Raw GM, got himself booted from WWE in one of the wildest and most unexpected ways by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. On November 25th, 2015, during a promo at a SmackDown taping in Indianapolis, Maddox referred to the crowd as cocky pricks. Now, if you know anything about WWE's squeaky clean image, at least in the PG era, you already know that phrase set off alarm bells. Vince McMahon himself wasn't having it, and Maddox was fired shortly after. It's wild considering Maddox wasn't some rookie. They'd been grooming him in developmental since 2008. He'd held roles as a referee and even Raw GM, but after being fired from his GM gig in kayfabe in 2014, things went downhill. Here's the kicker. Maddox later revealed that Vince had recently backed a pitch for him to form a team with Adam Rose, making his firing feel even more out of left field. But hey, WWE's strict policies on language and conduct don't leave much room for second chances, especially in live promos.